Macca's Guides.
Hey guys, Macca here, playing Sunset Overdrive. This is my multiplayer preview video as a part of the time I have to review this game. I also get the chance to preview multiplayer for you guys and show you a little bit of gameplay before I release my final review and my final videos for the game later on in the week. In this gameplay, I'll be showing you my time spent in the downtown area of Sunset City, which not a lot of people have seen. So it should be fun, and it should be a lot of new and exciting stuff for those who haven't seen a lot of gameplay from the online stuff. What's going to happen is as soon as you and your team spawn in, you will have an objective shown in your map, and it is advised that you and your team race to that objective. The people who are first, second, and third will get little notices in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. And I do believe you get additional points for coming in first, second, or third out of the 8 possible enemies you can have in your party. Now this can be match made or it can be done with friends, so you have that option. As the mission is loading, it'll show you what the mission objective is, and it'll also show you 2 bonus objectives. In this case, the bonus objectives are for killing 1 large bot, physical robot, and I think the other one is for killing 10 blade bots. I didn't pay attention to them because I didn't really know what I was looking for when I first started playing the game. But bonus objectives are very important in terms of getting more score at the end of this round. So the way Chaos Mode works is from the campaign area of the game, you're going to need to visit a photo booth, which is located on your map and also shown on your mini-map. And once you get into a photo booth, you will switch over to the online gameplay mode. You can select which part of Sunset City you'll be playing in, or you can just randomly be put in any part of Sunset City. Now the way this mode works is you'll have 5 kind of mini missions like this one, in which you and your team work together to try to complete as many objectives and bonus objectives as possible. After each round, you will have a vote in order to decide what you want to do, what mission you want to do next. And that all kind of progresses towards the final night defense mission. So for those familiar with the single player aspect, there are the times in the game where you have to defend your mission while the amps are cooking. So that's going to be basically the same, more or less, kind of mode that you're going to be playing here online, but because there are multiple players in your party, it will be significantly harder. So now once the timer runs out on the first mission, which is automatically selected for you guys by the game, you will end up coming to this screen, which is the Chaos Squad score screen that'll rank everyone in the game. After that, you'll have a vote screen, and you'll have 2 options, the left and the right option. So I'm going to explain things as best as I can. You have the 2 options with the names, and then there's a percentage of chaos as well as an attribute underneath that. So we're going to go for the 399% chaos, and the reward would be 200% damage versus gunkers. So what does the chaos mode percentage mean? The 399% chaos mode, that means that it's kind of like a difficulty multiplier. So the harder the chaos mode percentage you pick, the harder the final round of gameplay will be. And the other thing, the second thing on that list would be the effect that you guys are adding to that round. So in our case, if we are successful in our next mission, we'll be adding 200% extra damage towards gunkers in the final round of Chaos Mode. Again, here we are racing towards the objective. This is the vending machine mission. I will be skipping forward here. You'll have to do 5 of these before you can play the Chaos Mode. I'll be showing you about 2.5 because I don't want to spoil it too much for you guys, and I don't want this video to be like 30 minutes long. So I'm just going to skip forward to a different mission here. This is the ring mission. As I mentioned, you'll have 2 bonus objectives show up on your screen. In this case, finish a round using only the 3-point ring, and complete a round using only the 5-point ring. I didn't really know how the points work in the ring, so I end up spending my entire time in the 1-point ring, which is unfortunate. In this gameplay mode, I die right away. What you want to do is you want to kill OD while the OD is in the ring with you, and you also want to be in the ring with them in order to be able to get as many points as possible. This round has a total, this kind of mini game has 3 total rounds in which you need to get a certain amount of points within the time limit. If you are successful you number one get the added effect for Chaos Mode. So in our case, it was the 200% extra damage towards Gunkers, and we would have an extra 399% difficulty multiplier towards our Chaos Mode. Now, if we were unsuccessful in completing our goal, we would still have that difficulty multiplier, but we wouldn't have that added effect of having extra damage against some of the tougher enemies, which would make Chaos Mode extremely difficult. So if you and your team are going to be picking the harder of the two options available, you're definitely going to be wanting to make sure that you complete your objectives on time in order to be able to have a better shot at doing Chaos Mode. Now, this is the downtown area, which is the hardest of the 4 or 5 areas available in the game. You have the Old District, Little Tokyo, the Harbor, and downtown. There might be one more in there that I might be missing. It's very possible. There's 4 or 5 areas in which you can participate in, and downtown's definitely the hardest. So here we are. We need 105 points. My teammates on the roof are definitely the ones getting all the great points for me here. I'm in the wrong circle and I'm dying way too often. So as I mentioned, I didn't get any of the 2 bonus objectives, but they are very, very helpful later on. Again, afterwards you'll have this screen which you're given in order to show how your team did. And I'll fast forward here to some cool gameplay that I had of me using a firework gun. This is kind of, I'm skipping forward because I don't want to waste your time showing you guys menus and me traveling around the city. I'm just trying to show you guys the best parts of the highlights of my multiplayer experience here while I preview some of the other content for you guys. In this gameplay mode, we are basically protecting a base from a bunch of scabs who are trying to steal our stuff. Now, moving forward, after you complete this mission, what you're going to want, you and your team are going to have to do here is this screen is going to pop up, which is, this is after 5 total mini games, after 5 rounds of voting, you'll have this screen pop up. And the chaos level percentage that you guys get is based on the mini games that you guys selected. So we selected some hard mini games, some easy mini games, and our multiplier is 1100%. And you could also see our team boosts. We only had 3 team boosts. You would have 4 or 5 team boosts if you guys were successful in every single possible bonus objective, and if you guys were successful in every mini game leading up to this final defense mode. Now, the defense mode in Chaos Mode, which is the final round of the Chaos Mode, hopefully this is all making sense. If you have questions, you can feel free to leave a comment in the YouTube description and I'll make sure to answer you. It works very similar to the single player version, in which you're going to want to select traps and you're going to want to have to defend all the vats once the enemies start coming in. The main difference is the fact that you are playing with like 8 people, so there's going to be way more enemies and there's going to be way more traps and way more going on while you're playing. So here you see me setting up some traps. My teammates are also setting up some great traps kind of inside the base for after the enemies get through the gates. I'm kind of focusing on trying to get stuff prepped outside of the gates, hoping that we can fend them off the base as long as possible. Now, after we all set up our traps, is similar to the single player mode. What you're going to need to do is turn on the vat. So that's what you're going to see me doing here. I'm going to make my way to the vat. And then once I turn it, it will become night mode, and you guys will be defending against hordes of enemies. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just basically explain kind of what's going on really quick. I'm going to let you guys in on some in-game audio and some gameplay, and then I'll join you guys back up at the very end of the video to kind of explain the rewards and how things are calculated for you guys. So this is definitely by far the hardest defense that there is. As I've mentioned, this is the hardest area of the game. Because I'm playing with a lot of reviewers and it's very early on in the game's life, a lot of us don't have very good weapons or amps or levels, and a lot of us weren't very far in the game. So basically what I'm trying to say is, as a collective group, we were definitely not leveled enough in order to be able to fully pull this off. Now, we did get pretty far. We got farther than, from what I hear, most people are able to get. So there's that. I'll just let you guys listen in on the in-game audio for now, and then I'll join you back up to explain some stuff. But basically what I'm trying to explain is, yes, we did fail, but we did actually do pretty well. Alright guys, to wrap things up here, we ended up failing, so that's the failure screen. You end up getting a leaderboard of everyone in your party, how many points, how many kills they got, and what they contributed towards the team's goals. We failed, but you still do get score, and you still do get the same multipliers and everything you get. You get a huge bonus for completing it. Now this is the screen where you get the bonus objectives multipliers. So in the vending vandalism, for example, I got one of the bonus objectives, so it multiplied my score by 2. In the defend the hospital, I got 1, so it multiplied my score by 2. If you get all 5 bonus objectives, all 2 bonus objectives and all 5 mini games, you can multiply your score by like a huge amount, whatever 2 to the power of 10 is. It's a pretty big number. And then for all the points you get, you fill up this bar, and as you fill up the bar, you unlock different rewards. Obviously, the more boxes you fill up, the more rewards you unlock. I didn't get very many points because I didn't know I was focusing on bonus objectives, and we did fail our final objective. So that's how that's going to work. Hopefully that was a pretty in-depth look into the multiplayer aspect of Sunset Overdrive for you guys. If you have questions, feel free to hit me up in the YouTube comments. Feel free to subscribe for more content. I'll be showing off more Sunset gameplay as well as Halo, the Master Chief Collection, which I'm currently playing. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.